Hey guys, welcome back to Hashtag Simplicity. I'm your host Rufin, and today we have a kind of special episode. I know it's been a long time since we recorded an episode, and since I talked to you guys, it's been months now. I've been quite busy with other projects, in the Hashtag Simplicity brand. Been working on the book productions, been working on some new projects, some new promotion and things like that. But good news is, on day one, we're going back to doing the podcast and resuming season 6 that we've started already, but I've not been able to go through for the rest of the year. But on day one, January the 1st, 2025, we'll go back and then start doing the podcast regularly again, like it was planned to do on Mondays and Fridays. So Mondays will be at 6 a.m. and then on Fridays is at 6 p.m. And I really hope that you guys continue to tune in and to support the podcast as much as you can. And also that you get to learn something from it. Because you guys know the goal of Hashtag Simplicity is to inspire, to empower, and to encourage. We want to see growth. We want to help out. We want to put a smile on someone's face out there, But for this special episode, I just wanted to go over a couple of things regarding the Hashtag Simplicity brand and the podcast and every activities that we get to do on this brand of Hashtag Simplicity. With that being said, I have some numbers on my side here, on my screen, And for those of you listening, I'm looking at the monitor that I have on my desk of the Hashtag Simplicity 2024 year report. And I'm gonna have to say that this year has been incredible for Hashtag Simplicity. We literally came back from a 2 years break, which I would like to just say something about it, because you look into the journey of Hashtag Simplicity, it did not become Hashtag Simplicity overnight. If you go on the website hashtagsimplicity.com, you get to see that before it was Hashtag Simplicity, it was the Clock Talk. And the reason why I named it the Clock Talk the first time was because the inspiration was based off of the time that we are living in. We're not living in a good time, even though I could say we are living in the best time of human race. However, looking at things the way they are going, we're still not, living a good time. The generation that we're living in is getting worse and worse. Immorality, is all over the world. So, naming it the Clock Talk was based on talking about things that are happening, in our day, and how we as young people can make an impact, a positive impact, perhaps to try to derive from the path that most people are going, and hopefully to impact someone out there. And later on, I got so busy with college and things like that I could not keep up with the podcast anymore. And also I lacked the resources back then. So, but the idea was still there. It's just that the motivation was not there anymore. And 2 years down the road, I felt like I need to go back to doing the podcast again. There's a message that I want to send out there. And so I came back, but then coming back, I was like, this gotta be something new. It's gotta be like a rebranded thing. It has to be like a regeneration, coming back to life. And that's when the name Simplicity came to my mind, because I look around my life, and by God's grace, it has been so simple. And the understanding that I have of life has been just so simple. I realized life is actually simple. It's not that complicated as many people make it seems to be. We just have to go about it in a simple way, and then we'll find a way out. Sometimes we overthink, and that makes us, to complicate things that ought to be done easily and quickly. So that's how I came with the name Hashtag Simplicity. Just because of the simplicity of life. and how we can find solution in simple things, And Brother Branham, the prophet, talks about, God hiding himself and revealing himself in simplicity. It's usually in the smallest and simplest things that you'll find God, that you'll find solutions. So that's literally how hashtag simplicity, the name hashtag simplicity came about. And with that being said, I started to do more podcast episode, on and on and on and on. And I've seen, obviously, you guys were tuning in, you guys were supporting, you guys were listening, the numbers were increasing. So it kept on giving me the courage and the motivation to keep on going and having more messages out there. And obviously I had interviews also with my good friend Munira. I had an interview with my good friend Jaden. I have an interview with my good friend, my best friend, Exhausted, and my mentor, Mr. Virgil. So with all of that, and you guys will see, I usually have interviews with young people. The reason is because I want to show people out there that there are rising youngsters that are trying to do good in their lives, that are progressing, that have put their mind into something and trying to achieve their dreams. That's the reason why I put most of my interviews with young people, to show that young people also have the knowledge, also have the courage, the motivation to achieve their dreams. That I'm not the only one that's trying to pursue something to make an impact, but there are actually people out there same age as me, same generation, that are trying to do something good for their communities and for their people. And also I have mentors that I would like to expose to my audience, so they can also get to have the knowledge that I get to have. Expand the knowledge, expand the grace, and have a better impact, all around in our communities with our friends and families. So let's go back to the review of the year. The key achievement. Let's focus on the podcast, because now hashtag simplicity has expanded into, I believe, 4 branches. We have the podcast, we have the book production, the art production, and I believe we also now have the movie production or cinematic production. Basically, like do short films and animations, those kind of things. There's one more, but I would like to keep it low profile for now until the new year, day one, when all the announcements and most announcements will be given on day one regarding the year 2025. So for the podcast has grown a lot. We launched season 5 and season 6, which I've put in pause right now until 2025 begins. And then we've grew actually to an average of 120 listeners per episode, which is an incredible thing. 120 listeners per episode, and that's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other platforms overall. And most of our listeners are from the United States. And some of you guys are actually from English-speaking African countries such as South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, and also some from Canada and the UK. So if you're there and you're hearing this podcast or listening to this podcast or watching it, I greet you all in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Also, the most popular episode was the interview with my best friend Exhausted regarding marriage. We talked about marriage and singleness in that episode. And for the book release, or the book production, should I say, we released a couple of books and also projects that we have going on to 2025, like the children's book, for example. That's a project that we've been working on, and thank God the first book of the children's collection is out, uh, the Mother Opossum, which is based off of a true story. Even though, I will actually highly recommend you guys go and search up William Marion Branham. The sermon is going to be When Love is Projected. He talks about it there. That's where kind of that inspiration was drawn to write this book that can be relatable to all mothers and children. So go check that out. It's on Amazon right now, and I really hope that also you guys enjoy the book. Other than that, we've also got the book Her. We've got the book I could have, should have, would have. No, I could have, would have, should have. If only you knew. And then the last one is Dear Mom. So we have 5 books in total that are going to be published every 18th, from December 18th all the way till I believe April 18th, if I'm not mistaken. So also keep an eye on that. As you guys know, the next book will come out January 18th. So I highly encourage you guys to go on my Instagram and my other social media, where you'll be able to find more information and updated contents regarding these books. Also, I'm now on TikTok. Even though I'm not really active there, but I'm learning to use TikTok and other platforms to be more visible out there and give you guys good contents that can inspire, empower, and encourage each and every one of you guys. With that being said, we've had actually over 50 copies of the Mother Opossum already sold on Amazon. And by the way, did I mention that the book is only $5? Yeah, so the book is only $5, both for the electronic version, the Amazon Kindle, I believe, and then also the paperback copy of it. It's all available on Amazon. You can also go on #Simplicity. Through that, you'll find the link, #simplicity.com. You'll find the link to purchase the book on there. So now the goal is for us to also promote the book and have it in libraries and seminars and public events where we get to talk about these books. We already have some schools scheduled where we'll be publishing and promoting the book, talking about it, sharing the contents of the book with students. And then we have the art and custom painting project, or the branch. This is what I'm going to say about that. I have a passion of drawing, and thank God I've been gifted with, by His grace, with the ability to be able to draw. So with that being said, the way I wanted to use that gift of God was not just to draw, but also to give you guys stories through those drawing. Stories that can empower, that can inspire, stories that can stand and be able to display the values of #Simplicity. That's the goal behind it. Not just for you guys to make orders of drawings, portraits, or things like that, or murals and stuff like that, but to also get a story out of it. Something that can inspire, something that can bring out something out of you to want to act upon something in your communities or your family. That's basically the goal of art and custom. And to that, we've launched it this year, and we've completed over 15 custom commissions. And that is only for people using the Instagram. I highly recommend also you guys to go on #simplicity.com. There you can there's a chat box there. You can text that chat box what you want, and then I'll directly see it, the team will see it, and then we'll get to contact you. If you want, you can just go on my Instagram. I am roofing KM or hashtag simplicity. Just go there, contact us, and then we'll be able to find you and then grant you the desire that you have. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is the Young Leaders Initiative that I have coming next year. With that's kind of like part of the Impact Initiative projects of 2025 that I posted on my Instagram. With that, it is basically for mentorship programs, in-person school events, to launching digital books and digital tools like an app, or things that can positively impact young people out there, and I believe it's really a big project that will have a big success, obviously with you guys' support, of this project. So, and the goal is to really just tackle real life challenges, like impact young people in making career goals, or career growth, identity, financial struggles, and relationships, also at the same time while building global and faith inspired community. And with that project, actually I'm not gonna say much here. I'll just encourage you guys to go not listen, but like go read the article that is written on hashtag simplicity.com regarding this project, and you'll get more information about it. If you have any more questions, all I just say is reach out on Instagram, or on Instagram there's also our emails, or on the website hashtag simplicity.com there's also our email. Reach out there if you would like to donate, to fund, to help, and just to have an impact, or if you have a story that you want to share that you think would be a good thing to be part of this project, please just let us know. Reach out to us, and then we'll make sure you get your story told, or you get to tell your own story through our platform. And another thing I wanted to cover is the top moments of 2025. Top moments of 2025. Obviously the viewership has increased on Instagram, and on YouTube we're doing better too, and also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We're doing good with the podcast and keeping up. Also the website, yes, the numbers are going up. Thank you guys for visiting the website and checking out the content on the website. You guys from all around the world. Sometimes I see notification popping out of my laptop. There's someone in the UK. There's someone in Germany. There's someone in France. There's someone in the US, Alabama, US, in North Carolina, in Maryland, in Arizona, in Texas, like all over the place. So thank you guys. The fact that I know that the work is reaching out to the entire globe, the entire world, makes my heart really happy, and I'm just hoping that we continue on touching hearts everywhere around the world, and hopefully one day we get to see each other, if possible, in one of the events that we're planning in the coming years, or any project that we might be having in the coming years. So what's coming in 2025? In 2025, we have the Young Leaders Initiative launch, which is the Impact Initiative projects. We have the book releases, which is we have, like I mentioned earlier, well, the Mother Opossum already came out, so we can't count that. But we have I Could Have, Would Have, Should Have, If Only You Knew, Her, and Dear Mom. We also have the animation project, and the first project actually for the animation project is going to be, let me see here, I think I saved it somewhere. Oh yeah, it's going to be the boy's dream. Now I want to give y'all an exclusive on this, but I'm gonna keep it low profile for now until day one, where I'll talk more about it. But one thing's for sure, it's inspired by true stories. It's kind of like a series, a show type of thing, animation show. So I'm looking forward to that and actually giving y'all behind the scenes of that film or that animation as it come into fruition in the year 2025. So we have that. And for the podcast, we have season 6 and season 7 and other seasons coming out, where we'll be exploring deeper topics, like personal growth, like leadership, balancing faith with modern challenges, and etc. And then also, we're going to be expanding on the arts projects, meaning that we are going to sponsor artists, like students that are passionate about drawing, that have talents but do not have resources. The goal will be to give them tools tools to be able to accomplish their dreams, to be able to accomplish their passions, their hobbies, and showcase their talents to the world, to the platform of #simplicity. And that's pretty much it for what's coming in 2025. In case I missed something, I will let you guys know on #simplicity.com. But honestly, 2024 has been a year of planting seeds. So I'm looking forward to 2025. We've built a community in 2024. We've grown together. We've become a family. And honestly, I'm grateful to every listeners, every readers, every supporter, and all my friends and families, who has joined me on this journey, especially those of you guys that have stayed since day one. I'm truly grateful for your presence, truly grateful for your support. So my only message is, as we get into 2025, is that we continue to inspire, to uplift, to encourage, and to make a difference in our communities and in the lives of our loved ones. And I believe that together we can achieve even more. And with your support, especially the funds that you guys give throughout to the books, purchasing the books, those funds actually goes out there to the community. That money actually goes back to the community where it has a bigger impact, and especially for kids in Africa, where we have some that we get to give them updated books, material books to learn, school lessons and stuff like that. So your money, your support has an impact somewhere. I just want you guys to know that, and I am honestly grateful for that. And I hope that the year 2025 continues on being a blessing of #simplicity, and that may God bless each and every one of you guys supporting out there, donating, funding any project that we have or will be having, and keeping and just staying up to date. So I really appreciate that. Until next time. Well, not even until next time. Before I say that, let me just say this. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and enjoy this time with your families. I'll be posting more about the Mother Opossum in the coming days, so keep an eye on that. This is family season. Enjoy it, and may God be with y'all. Until next time. Now, until day one, I'll see y'all. Bye-bye.